Hello and welcome class 11 students. Today in this class I am going to explain to you the different salient features of partnership business. Last class I have just started the partnership chapter, and this is I have told you this is one important form of business just after the sole proprietorship business, and I have also told you that that to overcome the shortcoming of this sole proprietorship business, this kind of business, that is partnership business, has evolved out. So today in this class I will focus about the important features of partnership business. Talking about the first feature of partnership business. The first feature is membership. As I have told you that there are certain conditions of partnership. So membership is all about that first condition of partnership, that is the minimum number of members required to form such a business is 2, according to the Partnership Act 1932. So you must remember the date of this act, that is Partnership Act passed in the year 1932. You all must remember this date. So according to this act, it is mentioned that uh, there should be minimum two members consisting of in a partnership business. Minimum number requirement in order to form a partnership business is 2. And there is also an upper limit. In case of trading business, it is 20, and in case of banking business, it is 10, the maximum limit of members. But minimum it can be started with 2 partners only. Now talking about next feature, that is agreement. So first is membership. First point is about membership that I have discussed right now. Number 2 is about the agreement. I have told you that this partnership business is fully based on an agreement, a contractual relationship. An agreement means there must be an agreement between the partners of money to form a partnership. If a proprietor gives a share in profit to his employee, it will not be called a partnership unless there is an agreement of partnership between the two. The agreement may be oral or may be in writing, but it is necessary to have a writing. Not necessary, it is partnership. It must satisfy all the essentials of a valid contract, and it is desirable to have a writing contract, a writing agreement, because oral agreement is not valid. Therefore, it is expected to have a writing agreement which is good, which is desirable. And in that writing, all the essentials of a contract must be mentioned. So there should be an agreement between the two partners. There must be minors, lunatics, insolvents, and other persons incompetent to enter into a valid contract cannot make a partnership agreement. The agreement means what? It is a document. It is a document containing the agreement of partner, and this document is called partnership deed. That I will teach you later on. But first I will complete the different features. So second feature is agreement. Now talking about the third feature. Third feature is a lawful business. While teaching the conditions, I have told you that there must be a partnership business. They must be partner in a business, not a partner in a bank account or not a partner in any other contract. It should be a contract of business. It should be the business must be a lawful business. They must enter, the different people must enter into a contractual relationship for a business which is lawful. So partnership can be formed only for the purpose of carrying a business which is a legal business. So smuggling carried by 2 persons cannot be considered as partnership. On the other hand, mere holding of property, suppose a property there is a joint ownership, that cannot be called a partnership business. it happens that in a property there are joint owners. It happens for a bank account there are joint owners. That cannot be called a partnership business. There must be an existence of business, and the business must be a legal one in order to call it as a partnership business. So this is the third point, lawful business. Now comes profit sharing. Number 4 is profit sharing. This is another feature. Profit sharing means what? Partnership business is formed with the object of earning profit, like any other business is formed with the object of earning profit. Just like that, partnership is also formed with the same objective of earning a profit. The partners of the partnership firm share the profits in the firm according to the specified ratio that is maintained in the agreement, that is mentioned in the agreement. Specified ratio can be equal, it can be unequal, it can be according to their capital contribution in the business, whatever it may be, but that ratio may vary. But that ratio that is mentioned in the contract, that ratio will be their profit sharing ratio. It can be divided according to it is mentioned in the specified contract among all the members. Similarly, like profit, losses should also be incurred by the partners equally or unequally, that is mentioned, but losses should also be borne by the partners. In this regard, it is mentioned that sharing of profit is not conclusive proof of the partnership. Now, mutual agency relationship. I have told you that there must exist a mutual relationship. Mutual relationship means there must be a contractual agreement, and it must be done with the consent of all the partners. Every partner is the owner as well as the agent of this firm. And each partner is entitled to take part in the management and enter into the contract with outsiders. The contract must be signed by the partner, is binding on the other partner. Thus, the business can be carried on by the partners by a firm acting on behalf of others. Means somebody can be actively participate on the business, or somebody may not actively participate. On his behalf, he can appoint an agent who will active, but the partner is inactive. Maybe he is staying abroad, or he is for some other reason may not participate actively in the management. In that case, in the management, some other person on his behalf can act over there, can actively participate in the management. But there must be a mutual relationship, that these things, their participation must be done mutually with the consent of all the partners present in the business. Now comes the unlimited liability. Unlimited liability. What does this mean? In a partnership, partners are individually and collectively liable to pay back to the debts of the firm. Each partner is liable to an unlimited extent of the firm's obligation towards the outsiders. This means that the firm's assets are inadequate to, if the firm's assets are inadequate to meet up the liability of the firm, in that case, the personal property of the partners may get confiscated to pay off the dues of the partnership business. Now comes non-transferability of share. What is the meaning of that? Next feature is non-transferability of share. Seventh point, transferable shares. What does it mean? Non-transferable share means no partner can transfer his share to the other person. He can do only with the consent of, if he wish to do it, he can only do it with the consent of the other partners, otherwise not. Then registration according to the Partnership Act. It is not compulsory that registration will be there, but it is desirable that the firm should get registered. The partnership business should get registered. Registration. Not compulsory, but desirable to have a registered business. And the last point is about financing and management. The management, every partner has the right to take active part in the management, the whole work area. He can or the specific work area, he can allot it according to his own wish, but they have the right to take part in the management. and mutual trust and confidence must be there. The successful working of a partnership business depends on trust and confidence. And financing, the capital contribution depends upon the partner, but the ratio of the capital contribution should be mentioned in the partnership contract. So this is all about the features of partnership business as I have explained you. In my next class, I will discuss about the different merits of partnership business. So wait till my next class. Thank you.